hate puppies.
Good podcast.
I feel threatened.
Choose it carefully.
What can you do in 56 seconds?
That one was fair, Stu. I'll take that. I like that. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Inside the Pallet House. Hope you've had a good week. You are now tuned in to the only podcast dedicated to solving first world problems and sometimes not solving anything at all.
Sometimes we create them.
Certainly, we definitely review a beer.
Yeah, that is
That
100%
creates a
going to
problem.
happen.
That's definitely going to happen at some point around the 40-minute mark.
Yeah.
Depending on how slow the
It could be 56 minutes.
Stu's going to be hung up on 56 all day long. I like it, though.
It's all good. Let's
I
see.
like it.
What are some famous baseball number players from 56? Who's got a jersey 56?
Dude, I have
You're the one with the
no
computer,
idea.
man. You're the one with the computer. So you figure it out.
How's y'all's week been?
So far, so good, I
Yeah.
guess. I'm recovered from my...
Yeah, you looked a little hungover.
You know what was funny? When you called me up... I guess we'll start right in.
Go
here.
for it. I mean, what?
You called me up last Thursday, and
Yeah.
we actually recorded on Monday last week because I said, I'm a little worried that the COVID shot might
Yeah.
make me feel like crap. It's my second one. It's Moderna. I've heard all the stories. I woke up Thursday morning after getting it, and I was like, I felt like $1 million. I was like,
Good to go.
there's nothing. This is all nonsense.
I told you. I was fine.
Yeah, I felt perfectly fine. And then I went through my day, and I was perfectly fine. And Stu hits me up around 2 o'clock, and it's like, hey, man, I'm going to go look at a car. Can you give me a ride? And I was like, you know what? I can. I
Yeah.
got the day off, and I feel great. I pick him up, and he looks at me, and he's like, bro, you look like shit.
Yeah, he did. It's
Like more than usual?
Yeah.
like it was
Above
yeah,
and beyond
yeah,
shit.
above
Not
and, like
normal everyday shit.
You ever look at somebody and you look at their face and they're not sick, but like you can just see like everything's just kind of dropped. Like it's
Yeah.
just kind of like
Yeah.
it looks like ugh.
I get, glassy-eyed, color's
Yeah.
gone.
Glop sweat.
But the thing was, I still felt like okay at that moment. But I was like, nah, it's funny you say that. I am a little tired.
So Stu saw it coming on before you even knew it was coming on.
Yeah, Stu literally goes, you look like crap. And I'm like, thanks, Stu. I'm doing you a favor.
Yeah, thanks for the
driving,
ride.
driving to the other side
friend.
of town. And I'll be damned if, we're not cruising along. And then, by the time I dropped you off and you came out and you saw me still sitting in the car,
Yeah, I didn't know if you were on your phone or doing something. Maybe you're just still recovering from driving, taking it
did.
all out of you.
I was checking work emails. And then there was another part of me that was like, take a break, dude.
You're taking a break from the
From
rigorous
sitting.
activity of driving.
Of sitting. Yeah, moving my hands in unison with my eyeballs.
I mean, it was about a 20-minute drive at the most.
Hey,
Apparently,
man, got to rest up.
apparently that's all I had in me.
Well, I appreciate it for taking me.
You almost killed Brendan by getting a ride.
Dude, I came back, and by the time I got home, I was like, ooh,
It hit you.
I feel really hungover. And then so I just laid on the couch, and I just sat there, and I literally sat there and watched The Wire for 6 hours at that point. I couldn't move. My wife came home, and she was talking to me, and then she looks over and she's like, you look horrible. And I'm like, yeah, I'm getting that a lot today.
It's kind of my thing.
And I just kind of sat there, and then the hangover just kept getting a little bit worse. None of this fever, chills, all that. But then all of a sudden it did start getting I started getting achy in the knees and achy in my arms. And I was like, this is what's up. And I just ended up having a hangover and aches all day.
So, have you known anybody that's gotten a second shot? Because I now know 2 people who, after the second shot, within 48 hours, had funky ass dreams.
I didn't have any funky dreams. You know what I did have?
keep hearing things about it's a possible side.
I've heard that, but I don't know anyone personally.
I had a really bad craving for greasy food, which again
That's
lends
hangover.
itself to hangovers. I ate 8 pieces of fried chicken.
Nice.
Yeah, which I don't think is a normal amount of
I
fried
think that's
chicken.
a whole chicken.
It
might
sure
be.
felt like it.
2 breasts, 2
Parts
thighs,
is-
2
And I
wings,
coulda kept
2
eating.
drumsticks.
I was I was like, geez, what the hell? So I really was hungry and hungover. That's
Damn.
about what it was. But
It's so weird. Most people, I had zero reaction to it. And most people, like, I'm the anomaly. Like, most everyone I know has had a reaction.
What blows my mind is when this thing goes through, right? Like through all these tests and all these people that got tested.
Yeah.
It came back and they're like no side effects, but it sure seems like the vast majority of people at least have some level of side effect on shot 2.
Well, that's another thing too. I felt like I didn't hear about the you may get the second side effect on the second dose until after I got in the first dose. Like, I had heard what you said. This shot's nothing. It's safe to do. Got the first one, and then I'm starting to hear, well, on the second one, a lot of people, and I was like, wait, what? Where'd this come out? Like, I'm already pot committed. Like, I'd pushed all my chips in. Like, hey, I'm doing the 2-shot thing. Like,
yeah, you can't beat a full house.
Yeah.
Wrong.
I was like really surprised by that, and like I said, more than not, people are getting jacked up from it.
Yeah, it does seem the anomaly, to your point, is those that feel nothing on the second shot. I actually had
I never got the shot. Maybe I got one of those, like, here's some water. Like,
I just looked at the CDC, and now I know why you probably had a bad reaction. Because it says in
Huge
order to reduce discomfort for the second shot, it says you should drink plenty of fluids.
I did.
Okay, and dress lightly.
Dress lightly.
That's what it says right here.
That's where you went wrong. You wore your
Dickies jacket, didn't you?
I was in sweatpants, a long sleeve shirt, and a Dickies jacket.
Yeah,
which is the classiest of looks. Sweatpants and a Dickies jacket.
Dickies is light.
Oh yeah,
it's a light jacket.
I thought so.
Well,
apparently not.
Sorry, you. Because I talked to you the next day, and you're like, man, I'm feeling great.
I did. I was like, I beat it. I did it. I even told you, I go, I'm not the self-fulfilling prophecy you said I'd be.
Yeah.
I have beaten it. No, I spoke a little too soon.
A little
on
too
that
soon.
One.
Yeah, I did feel like crap, but not the worst. I mean,
all things considered.
Well, and they
you're still wearing your mask and your double mask, especially when you're outside, though, right? Even though you're vaccinated.
In particular, when I'm swimming by myself, if I'm out in the ocean, I like to double mask.
Yeah, you're catching a wave, dude. You got to be safe.
I think if you wear two bathing suits to the pool, you can pee in the pool.
I've heard that.
Dude, I saw that the other day. I was laughing my ass off. I was like, that makes a ton of sense. You double bathing suit, you can piss in the pool. Brilliant.
I had to go downtown today in the middle of the day, and I could not believe it was a gorgeous. I mean, this will be a few days later, but on today, Thursday, it was a gorgeous mid-70s, no humidity day. Sun was shining, and 90% of the people I saw walking down the street had masks on, and I just was like,
yeah.
Wait, what? Are we doing this? Is that? I mean, and I'm not an anti-mask guy.
I liked it in the winter.
Yeah.
Like, I honestly would be like, oh, hell yeah, I've got a mask.
Yeah, my face is cold. Let me.
Yeah.
So this past week, Wednesday, Governor, was announcing that weed's going to now be legal in, a couple of years or whatnot. But he didn't mention it, but they reduced the capacity to where you can now sit at the bar in restaurants as long as there's 6 feet distance between parties.
Yep.
Well, that happened at like midnight, and so my girlfriend and I decided to go to a restaurant to see if we could sit at the bar. We went to 4 different places. Now, granted, they were all slam packed, but with that rule in place, there was only like 11 or 13 seats at a bar.
You got to have a huge bar to get a couple people in
I was like, well, their business is doing great, but it was amazing to see how packed they were with all the other seats because people were just clamoring to get out and sit at a bar.
Didn't we talk
again.
about this last week where you were the first person to sit
I don't think we talked about it.
No.
Okay.
Because that happened
we
right
recorded on like Tuesday.
Yeah, because
you
were.
I'm famous.
Troy, you were the first person to sit back at the bar at Penny Lane Pub.
I was on the Penny Lane Facebook page, man. And it was pure coincidence. I happened to go downtown in the middle of the day, and I was on my lunch hour, and I was like, I had to go down there, and I was like, while I'm down here, I'm going to swing by Penny Lane, and I haven't eaten there in a while. And as I walked in, Terrence was there pulling all the Christmas lights he'd had like hung up underneath. He's like, we can sit at the bar now. He's like, you can be the first one. And I was like, all right, cool. Like,
photo
pure, pure luck. I was the first guy to sit
And
back
first
at the
beer
bar.
was a Guinness?
Of course.
Damn
It
right.
had to be.
Yeah.
Couldn't agree with you more on that move. Brilliant.
Good choice.
That's awesome. Congrats. And Stu, I guess we missed the whole point. You got the Fiata you've been talking about forever.
Yeah. So
you got it. So now you and I both have
I guess.
Little roadsters.
Yeah, we have little scooters.
That's adorable.
Yeah,
I like it.
that was 2 years in the making because, as I've said before, I rented one in California when I was gone for 2 weeks and did the PCH there. And I said if I ever get the opportunity to, I'd buy one. And this one, I can't believe it popped up because they're averaging about $20,000 for about 20 to 40,000 miles. And this was a one owner, popped up at car lots, and I was in there within like 6 hours. 17.9 for 34,000 miles on it, and it's in like pristine shape.
Didn't have to give all the numbers, but
and
I like it. I like that you're sharing.
I'm just saying, but I pulled the. I said if I was going to do it, I get it. So I went with the 6-speed manual. It didn't go automatic.
Good for you. Good for you. Do you wear a Dickies jacket? Get the price down.
No, he wore a fedora. And
Yeah,
get the price
yeah,
down.
yeah. They like that idea.
I'm so jealous. All you guys have all your toys, man. I can't bring myself to pull the trigger. I want to buy a toy. I just can't. I'm such a cheapskate. I can't bring myself to do it.
Yeah, you just got to find the right deal, man. You'll get there.
I don't know.
I was eyeballing for better 6 months looking around, and I was willing to like go somewhere, fly to a state, and get the right one.
That'd be
got
fun.
lucky.
Drive it back.
That's always like kind of the dream, right?
Yeah.
You get your car and you do a long road trip in it.
Yeah,
I love that.
I bought a car at the Fredericksburg Auto Auction when I was in like early college, and I was like, they threw me the keys. I was like, this is awesome. I get to drive for an hour nonstop. Just
When I bought my 4Runner, it was in North Carolina, and that was like fantastic to just drive home. And it felt like $1 million, man. I was like, look at me.
Why do most guys? I feel like most guys like driving different cars, whether or not they're nice or like. I get excited to drive anyone's car. Like it's fun to me.
Like, all right,
somebody else's.
Yeah,
give an example. Let's do like a 1960s VW Bug.
I've never driven a Bug, so I'd be ecstatic.
You'd be psyched, right? Like I'd be psyched to drive a VW Bug because I've never done it.
Oh, if I got to drive like an '89 Corolla that was dogged out, I'd be like, "Well, this is neat. I haven't driven one of these." Like,
yeah. My God, we had a buddy of mine in high school had a '69 Super Beetle. It was a 3-speed vacuum shift, so there's no clutch, but you had to shift.
Never even heard of that.
Not even familiar with this. So when you move it out,
so it's
the hydraulics, like the vacuum actually creates the clutch. You can go into the gear and then it disengages.
Either you're watching the RPMs or you're just listening, and you go for the shift. It's actually pretty cool.
That's kind of cool.
But
how come that didn't catch on?
Because
it probably breaks a lot.
It's true. That's a lot of moving parts.
It's a lot easier with the clutch.
Horrible
just go
idea.
all automatic.
I had a good friend of mine in high school. He had a convertible Bug as his like first car, and I was like, "That is cool as hell, dude." And of course, he hated it.
Yeah,
I'm like,
you don't appreciate stuff when you're 16 years old.
No, you really don't.
You're like, oh, what have you done for me lately?
Yeah.
Fucking literally have fed you and
bought
put
you a
under,
car. Yeah.
Put this roof over your head for 16 years. But no, that's cool. Yell at me because
Yeah.
I won't let you leave until you empty the dishwasher. No, I'm the piece of crap.
Oh,
Right.
I mean, my first car was a turd, and I was happy to have it. Like, I saved up some money. My dad and mom helped me out, and I was happy to have that piece of crap.
Yeah, I had the '86 Toyota Tercel, 4-speed, stick shift, no air conditioning, one side mirror. My dad dropped me off at the DMV. He dropped me off the DMV to get my driver's license, and at that time you had to take the actual road test with the person. And
you don't have to do that now?
You take.
I bet in COVID you don't.
No, you take the test, but I can't remember exactly how it works now. But I remember my dad dropped me off. He said, "Don't come home without a job."
Respect.
And I was like, "All right."
I already had a job by the time I was 14, almost 15.
I got a job doing a podcast.
Yeah,
Ooh.
we're getting rich.
We are getting rich.
Yeah. How many?
This week we got rich.
This week we got paid.
This week we got paid.
Now we need an HR department and a payroll department.
Yeah.
Like,
this week we got paid.
Can we hire paychecks?
Listeners out there, we got hit up on the Venmo account. We got paid.
paid, huh?
Paid.
You seem really excited about
Yeah.
this. I'm kind of curious as
Hey,
to.
I can make you guys maybe $110 this time.
No one wants it.
Exactly. Go ahead. You can explain it.
Yeah, I kind of want to find the actual. We see if I can
start with a quote. Yeah.
We see if I can actually find this Venmo that came in, because it was a good one. This one came in from our listener Sean, and this is pretty awesome. So Sean, shout out to you.
Not Nectar Sean.
Yeah.
No, different
no.
Sean.
Sean M.
Brother-in-law.
Yeah.
In fact, this episode is definitely going to have a certain in-law vibe.
Yeah.
Just because
I like Sean actually.
you did.
No, I
Allow me to read you the quote.
okay. Let me wait. Let me pause and think. All right, what's happening?
So we got $1 for every second of Stu's monologue. That's actually
the classic Stu
that's
monologue.
how it starts. $1 for every second of Stu's monologue. Maybe buy a white noise machine for the next time. $56.
Cha-ching.
Cha-ching.
Thank you, Sean. That was hilarious.
Dude,
I
that
just
is
white noise it.
that's fantastic. That
Why did
shows-
that 56 seconds feel like 3.5 minutes when I was listening to it?
It was horrible.
Yeah. Stu,
I had to listen back to myself.
Stu's rambling is worth $56 a minute.
Mm.
That's pretty impressive.
I mean, you and I together don't make that kind of money, so I guess we need to take some notes.
yeah. Ready, guys? Get ready to pay me. I don't.
They can hear you out there, guys.
Oh boy. Oh jeez. Guys. Oh gosh. Guys. Hey guys, hurry up.
Yeah, I'm losing it in here.
Oh, thank God you're back. There we go. I just made us about $30. Good work, Stu.
Thanks for the donation, Sean.
You're getting us paid. If anyone else wants to donate to Stu, where would they do that, Troy?
They would do it on Venmo at Inside the Pallet House.
Boom.
There you go.
Stu got us paid.
Who would have thought?
Now we're going to go the other route. They're going to pay me to be quiet.
I never would have thought that monologue had any value at all.
Tremendous value. Tremendous value.
Give them props for thinking outside the box.
$1 per second. If
Dude,
we could average that on
damn.
every episode, we'd be killing it.
Hell, $1 a minute, we'd be
Dude.
killing it.
That's the truth.
Yeah.
We lay down way too many minutes.
Give the people what they want.
Do we?
I'm
Apparently.
keep saying it.
Then it must be true.
They are definitely words.
Well done, Troy. See, that's $2.
Yeah.
Right there. You're putting it together. You know another way to get paid? This is a significant way to get paid, which is really Stu, what are you doing?
Stu's turning the AC on because he's got his jeans on. I guess he's hot.
Why is he doing this right now?
I don't know.
Stu, that's just going to create white noise in the back. Son of a bitch.
Stu doing Stu things.
What? I mean, he just walks away and starts firing up power tools
Why can't I do that?
in the distance. It's crazy.
hot as
You want to fix
balls in
something, fix the HDMI signal to that TV that crapped out. It's under Troy's foot, and it keeps, every time he moves around, it's like underneath the mat. Underneath the mat, there's literally a connection, like literally where you're standing,
Uh-huh.
and it comes apart because I have like an adapter
I
under
have
there.
no clue.
Well, I'm not.
Are you not
fixing it.
going to? Oh, you need the Cubs game on?
Yeah, I don't do this show. I watch TV and just talk.
Great producing.
There, Stu's going to fix the problem. Now I'm going to talk about how other people are getting paid. Did you see this? West Virginia is actually paying people to move to West Virginia.
I did see that.
Dude, that is
Like
the best.
$12,000
$12,000
per person.
to simply move to West Virginia.
Yeah.
Like, that's it.
Like, if you lived out in Western Virginia, why would you not just, jump over there, jump on the other side?
That's what I'm saying. If you live, there's a lot of people who live very close
Uh-huh.
to West
Yeah.
Virginia border. In particular, up in Northern Virginia. Northern Virginia has stretched all the way out.
Oh, yeah.
Where it's like there are people who live in Virginia and they're
Yeah,
like
but-
a minute from West Virginia
Well,
and commute to D.C.
Well, the Panhandle up in the Maryland area. That's
Yeah,
not.
sits right there on the river.
What is it? Shepherdstown? That area? There you go. See, Troy stepped on it
I
again.
stepped on
Done.
until it
Boom.
fix it.
So
Now I'll stay this side.
they're literally paying. West Virginia is saying now that everybody is able to work remotely, we've got average to better than average internet.
Yeah.
is basically what they're saying. You can live here and enjoy wild and wonderful West Virginia. If you move here, we will pay you $12,000, no strings attached. You just have to get a residence.
And you get that for your kids if you have kids.
Every person.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
So if you're a family of four,
$48,000,
$48,000.
which is enough to pay your rent for the year. It's West Virginia.
Yeah. You can have a palatial estate out there.
For $48,000,
you got to qualify though.
be breathing.
No, you have to be employed but be able to work remotely. So if you can
Yeah.
work, if you can show employment.
Yeah.
So
Then
You
you
can
just
work
have to
from
move
anywhere.
your residence to West
Right.
Virginia.
But you got to be working. Yeah.
And then the other thing they're going to give you, because they are an outdoorsy place, it's not just incest and banjos. There's more.
Not
to
all. I mean,
it. West Virginia is the
it's got enough.
Mountain
Keep
Dew
you busy.
capital.
I don't even know if I want to say the simple fact that I was born in West Virginia.
Stu,
That checks a lot of
that
boxes.
was apparent.
And
You know how some things go
that.
without saying?
I was 6 months old when I moved to Baton Rouge.
Yeah,
so.
but you had those genes in you.
Yep, and then you went to Baton Rouge and really
Yeah.
spread those wings.
Then you join the Navy and drive a Fiata.
Hey, respect all of that. Everything, ever since he got out of West Virginia and Baton Rouge, I'm like, hell yeah.
So here's the stipulation: you receive monthly installments for the first year, equaling $10,000, and if you stay for a second year, you'll get the $2,000. So you have to be 2 years in West Virginia to make $12,000.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
If you can work remote, West Virginia is a beautiful place.
Oh yeah,
It is.
there's a ton of great spots.
So you could live there. Like, go there and hook it up.
Yeah.
And you know what else they give you? 1 year of free access to all of their state parks and everything.
That's awesome.
In their mind, they say that if you really take advantage of it, if you're an outdoors person, this package is valued at over like $21,000.
Yeah, free
That's awesome.
free outdoor for whitewater rafting, climbing, rock climbing,
Oh,
ziplining,
you get
ATV,
all that for free?
golfing,
You get all that.
I thought you meant just like free
golfing and skiing.
No, like all the West
Whoa,
Virginia owned
dude.
resorts, like you're
You could spend $24,000 in a ski season.
Oh, yeah.
easily.
like that's actually a pretty sick deal just to move there.
So I guess the point of this, well, is it? I was gonna say, I guess the point is they're hoping like some really wealthy people will move out there because the really wealthy people can kind of work anywhere. But I guess if you're really wealthy, you choose to live wherever you want it anyway. Like that 10 or 12 grand's not gonna
Yeah.
pull you over.
If you're really wealthy, you already decided you don't want to live in West Virginia.
yeah.
You already went through the 50 states.
And most of the people there don't have jobs, so they don't even meet the stipulations.
And get this, the first 50 slots are slotted for people who are willing to move to Morgantown.
Which is a college town. Now, how do the people that already
That's
what about the
interesting.
people that are born and raised in West Virginia and they're like, oh, so all these Yankees are going to move down here and get this money?
I don't think you're going to get Yankees.
You know what's surprising? A lot of people from Jersey, New York go to West Virginia University.
Yeah, they do.
Well,
Yeah, because I met a dude that was from Jersey it was either Jersey
Yeah.
or Philly or somewhere when I used to live downtown in the Canal Walk
And
Loft.
you don't have to separate Jersey and Philly.
Yeah,
They're the
that's,
same.
yeah. And
Yeah.
I was like, how did you end up at WVU? He's like, dude, everybody, I mean, it's a party school. He's like, all my friends went there. He's like, so many people from up in the Northeast go down to that school just to
well,
party.
for Jersey and Philly, it's a simple day drive. I mean, it's
Yeah.
7 hours maybe, not even. Right
It's-
across the Pennsylvania
Yeah.
Turnpike.
Yeah, West Virginia's tough though. Like, if you ever spend any time outside of your birth, like you ever go back there and spend a lot of time?
Yeah, all the time with family.
Okay, so you see it.
Yeah, but it's Charleston, West Virginia, which is the capital, and it's. But I've
Charleston's an interesting town.
yeah, I mean, Dow Chemical causes a lot of issues for a lot of people.
Dude, when you aspire to be a miner,
Yeah,
you're from
Well, I
West
mean,
Virginia.
if you've been to West Virginia, you've probably been to some of the larger towns, which are few and far between compared to the rest of the state,
Yeah.
which is mostly rural, which is mostly extremely poor.
And it's not just like rural; it's like kind of uninhabitable in
Yeah.
certain places. Like
Oh,
it's really,
yeah.
it's
yeah,
really
you're not going to get a signal.
It's mountainous and it's not like it's not like a nice mountain. They're craggy
yeah.
mountains with big sheer cliff faces and craziness.
Well, they used to call
It's-
the satellite dish the West Virginia State Flower, like 'cause
Yeah.
everybody
That
had
is-
them.
Yeah, that's
That's
funny.
true. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
that used to be my territory for work. It was,
Uh-huh.
and I would spend a lot of time in West Virginia. And
I mean, Bluefield's not bad. Charleston's not bad.
I got stories about
and-
Bluefield I will not tell. When this is over,
Well,
I will tell you a Bluefield story.
I think I know that one. Just college?
Yes,
Yeah.
we're not talking
No,
about.
I don't think we need to talk about that one.
Moving on.
But I've spent a lot.
I don't
of
know
time
enough
in-
about it. I just know I've been there maybe 3 or 4 or 5 times, and mostly in the rural areas. And I mean, it's beautiful, but
I can tell you the people are cool.
yeah,
They're actually all really
Oh, yeah.
cool. But it's a good old boy network.
I
like
know one of the best documentaries I ever saw was filmed there.
The Wild and Wonderful Whites of
That's
West
right.
Virginia.
Yep.
Yeah.
What a great documentary.
Well, who else is? Let's see. Mary Lou Retton, Chuck Yeager, some other. There's a lot of famous people from West Virginia.
You just named both of them.
Yeah, a whole lot. And most people probably haven't heard of one of the two of those people.
And little known fact, Mary Lou Retton, tallest West Virginia woman ever.
4'11". There you go.
And
for those
Stu,
that
add
don't
yourself
know.
to that list because you're from West Virginia.
That's right. But Chuck Yeager was a badass.
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, come on.
They named the airport after him when you fly into Charleston.
His drink.
What else are they going to name it?
Right.
You know, the
His liquor's
best pill-
awesome.
No, Jägermeister.
Jägermeister.
I'll follow you. I'll follow you.
Getting there.
No, but like I get like if you live in most anywhere, you're not going to uproot yourself. But if you live in a state that surrounds the borders of West Virginia, and you're literally like less than half an hour into West Virginia, like just pack it up, dude. Like,
Dude,
Well,
if
and
you
if
like
you're a-
anything outdoors,
Yeah, I was about to say, if
And
you're an
yeah.
outdoors person, there's
you're an
not
outdoors
many
person
better
and you
places.
work from home from your computer,
Yeah.
you're
Like, if you've ever thought to yourself,
Boom.
I'd like to move to Colorado because of all the outdoor activities, then you're also a likely candidate for West Virginia.
yeah,
Yeah.
Just without any of, like, the, cities.
yeah, in class.
Yeah.
yeah.
Teeth.
Or-
If you hate teeth and love
Yeah.
whitewater rafting, boom.
Dude, I tell you what though, some of the I've had the opportunity to party locally with the staff of the Greenbrier. Like the people that work at the Greenbrier outside of work.
Are they all local people?
Well, some of them are local, some of them are like, they come in and they work, that's where they live.
Seasonal?
But it's like a small little fraternity college party all
Oh,
is-
yeah.
If they're not working, they're just straight up done.
Yeah, oh yeah, they go hard in the paint, I'm sure.
Nah,
Yeah.
it's cool. I just find it very interesting. They're offering $12,000 to move. I hope it works for them because it's a brilliant play.
Yeah.
But they're throwing money right now in West Virginia. They also just announced that they are willing to pay $100 savings bond to anybody in the state between the ages of 16 and 35 who get a COVID vaccine.
That's a great idea.
Unless you're 36.
I guess a lot of people don't want
Yeah.
to get it, and they're trying to incentivize that.
That's what I don't understand. What's the age group that's the least? What did Joe Rogan just get in trouble for?
Well, yeah, there's the age group that's less likely to get it in the first
Yeah.
place. So those are the people they're trying to get vaccinated.
Well, I
It's
would
an interesting
assume
play. I would say that you just open that up to everybody, but I guess they're saying nobody between 16 and 35 in West Virginia is like clamoring for the vaccine.
Yeah.
Everybody older
Yeah.
is, so they're like, we got to incentivize. But they're giving $100 savings bonds if you just show up at CVS and take the shot in the arm. It's crazy. They're handing out money right now in West
And
Virginia.
who knows where that bond will be? It could be at a good $18 in 9 months.
I wonder if you rank the states like to live in. Like, I haven't lived. You guys have lived in multiple states. I've only lived in Virginia, so I don't know. But like, I'm sure there's a. If I Googled it, I'd probably find. But like, I wonder if you rank the states, top to bottom, like where West Virginia. I feel like I'd rather live in West Virginia than some of like the real central states. Like, at least you're somewhat closer to a coast.
Yeah, it's tough. That Midwest stuff is interesting.
Yeah.
You're out there in them cornfields like that.
We got the most affordable top 10 financially to live in.
But the schools aren't great. I think
No.
the schools aren't as bad.
Oklahoma,
Yeah.
Alabama, Arkansas, Georgia, Tennessee, Missouri, Michigan, and Indiana.
They're affordable.
Affordable. Financially, like you get more bang for
Yeah.
your buck.
So that would probably mean they're lower on the plate. Like, because
Overall,
the more
yeah.
popular a place is, the less affordable it is, right?
So based on all parameters of finance, health, economy, the top 10 are Washington, Minnesota, Utah, New Hampshire, Idaho,
Like-
Nebraska, Virginia, and
like
Wisconsin.
I'd rather live in West Virginia than like North Dakota. You know, like
yeah.
Yeah,
But you can make some serious money with the in North Dakota have all the oil fields right now.
gas fields.
Yeah.
Yeah, they hit.
I've been
pocket.
working with some people at work that they're out of Minnesota, and we've been doing Zoom calls, and we've had a guy come in a couple times and work with us, and I'm just like,
Just go to Canada.
I'm like, what's it like, dude? And he's like, oh man, I'm like, it's so cool. He's like, I'm like, no,
Yeah,
it is.
yeah.
Yeah, it's Canada.
He's like, oh, I got this cabin on the lake, and we go ice fishing. And I was like looking it up and like zoomed in. Of course, I know Minnesota's the land of 10,000 lakes or whatever, but like you literally zoom in, and it's literally just lake after lake after lake,
Right.
and you're like, this is insanity.
Mm.
But that's it. I mean, that's
Yeah.
what they do up there. And you honestly, you don't feel it as much because you kind of get used to it. It's like when you
Well,
wake
if you
up
grow
every
up
day,
there,
yeah.
you wake up every day and it's 10 degrees outside. It's just 10 degrees outside.
Yeah, it's just the norm.
Yeah, it's just what it is. If you wake up here and it's gone from 40 to 10, that's a problem.
Unlike here, where it doesn't matter how long you've lived here, you don't get used to the pollen.
Oh, dude, you know what? Did you guys were talking about masks earlier? I actually have started mowing the lawn with the mask on, only because I have so many masks.
Yeah.
That it's like, hey, this is a great idea. Slap the mask on.
Do you have any actual masks, like N95s or anything that's like better than just the cloth mask?
No, I'm just throwing on the generic mask. But I feel like an asshole because I'm riding around and like neighbors drive by.
Yeah, and they're like, look at this guy.
This guy's so freaked out he's wearing a mask while mowing his lawn. And it's like, I kind of want to like put a sign up and be like, it's a pollen thing.
But if you actually think about it, that's the first time outside of anything medical that I would remember seeing somebody wear a mask was mowing the lawn
or painting.
Over the years, I've seen more of an elderly person or older person wearing a mask. You know,
dude, I look like Boba Fett out there, dude. I've got goggles on. I've got big old headphones on.
What you
I've
do?
got the mask on.
You know, it'll look cooler too. You take an old hoodie and you put it on backwards and then cut 2 eye holes in it.
No.
Then you just got the whole hood going up over your face. That'll look really cool.
It's hot.
What was that movie? That was Arizona. Not Raising Arizona, but Arizona. That was it. Was the.
This is like the third time you've brought up this movie. I still haven't.
With the guy,
I have no idea what
the
you're talking
comedian.
about.
I know you've brought this up multiple times. I still
he does that
seen
exact same thing.
Oh, I have no. I
puts
thought
the
I
hoodie
was
on backwards. And
I thought I was coming up with something. I've never seen this movie or heard of it.
It's pretty funny.
But I'm digging it. Like I
Please
used to
look
come
it up
off,
because neither of us know what you're talking about. A movie with a comedian. And it's called Arizona.
I mean, you know the guy. He's from. Fuck.
Good work,
Sean,
that's $2.
Yeah, start saving your money. Up.
But I've actually started liking it because like today I mowed my lawn and I mowed the backyard. I forgot to put the mask on.
Yeah.
And I stopped at one point and I was just sneezing and sneezing. I had a tickle in my throat. I was hacking. It's like, damn it. So I put it on, went out front, and like it didn't get any worse. I was like, this is really smart. I'm gonna keep these masks post pandemic.
Danny McBride.
Yes.
I do love Danny McBride. Up there on the list of most curse words ever said by an actor.
Yeah.
He's up there. He's not the big dog, but he's up there.
Luke Wilson. He's in it.
The name of the movie is Arizona.
Arizona.
Never even heard of it.
He's brought it up 3 times.
Seth Rogen.
Where was it filmed?
Utah.
Yeah.
I bet it wasn't Arizona.
It's a 2018 movie.
Well, Yellowstone's not filmed in Yellowstone.
That's my point.
They're moving it there next year, though.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, they're finally going to right the ship. I'm probably going to notice the difference.
Yeah, you will.
I'll pick up
You've
on
been pointing out all the inaccuracies.
Oh, dude, I'm like, that flower is not native to Yellowstone. Like, that is ridiculous. Buttercups this time of year in Yellowstone? What? Not likely.
I think people are showing up at Yellowstone being like, where's the ranch?
Oh, I'm sure.
Well, you can now stay there. Like you can rent a place.
Oh, you can rent the.
There's
that's
like
an
Airbnb type of thing. You can go to the actual
stay in the bunkhouse.
That was filmed.
That would be pretty sweet.
That would be cool.
I do love that.
So they take you to the train station.
Yeah.
And you're like, wait, what?
Oh,
this is a one-way ticket. My vacation doesn't come back. I don't come back from my vacation.
I'm sorry. What was that last word?
Don't come back from my vacation.
Did I catch a niner in there still?
Niner.
Calling from a walkie-talkie.
Yeah. It was brutal.
Well, that's pretty cool that they're paying out. I mean,
dude, like Steady Eddie paying out. I don't know where they're getting all the money for this kind of stuff, but
I was just thinking about that. They're probably going to make it back twofold.
They have gambling, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so they're doing fine. I feel like
But gambling's not what it once was, but everyone has gambling now.
Well, now, yeah.
Like I wonder how much this is going to hurt. Like Vegas did a good job because they created like an aura. So it's like people will still go to Vegas for the shows. And
well,
for the
I told
crazy
you about the documentary I watched on Amazon Prime that had about the card guy who was going to all the different.
Yeah.
I didn't know there were like hundreds of casinos where gambling's legal. Like I always assumed it was Vegas and Atlantic City. Like there's literally hundreds of
casinos everywhere.
Well, yeah, but like you never hear about them.
Yeah, and even riverboat gambling is very real.
Oh, and I knew about it, but like you think gambling, you think Vegas, and then a very, not close. Seconds way off is Vegas.
You go down to New Orleans,
Atlantic City.
Yeah, you go
Atlantic City.
Atlantic City's dead. Like Atlantic City's gonna die because they have what is going to draw you to that now that you can gamble in other places?
Yeah.
Atlantic City was a shithole.
You know, everything's blowing up around here. Like they're knocking down everywhere they're trying to build the casino in Richmond. It's getting shut down.
How do you feel when you hear that a casino is coming to an area? Does that make you think that's good news for the area or bad news? Like, what's your gut reaction?
Well, the one they were talking about building over here off Forest Hill, which is not far from my house.
Yeah.
I did not like that. Like, I don't think good things when I think casinos.
I don't either. And I'm typically like, yeah, bring all the vice you can.
Yeah,
but then casinos, I'm kind of like, I've seen enough.
Yeah.
In casinos, like the people that hang out there, it's like it becomes a lifestyle, and it's not a good one.
Have you been to the new Rosie's down the road here?
No.
Yeah.
I haven't either.
I've seen it.
I've heard. I mean, it looks nice from the outside, but here it's not nice inside. Well, I mean, I'm sure it's nice. I've heard the people watching in there is sad.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like it tends to bring a sad element. So like in DC, where they have that National Harbor MGM, what they did there is they just priced everybody out.
Yeah.
They made like a low end table is like $20. That way, you have to have a certain amount of money to be in there.
And it's not like a real casino in there because I've walked through it. I haven't gambled there, but like it did not feel and look like a Vegas casino. Like it was classier. Like it wasn't.
I think that's the move, though.
Yeah.
Like you almost have to make it so a guy like me can't show up to keep out the people that are more of a problem than me. Like you got to cut me out.
Yeah.
Because I'm not going to go in there and drop $20 a hand in blackjack.
No way.
I'm too cheap.
Yeah.
Like
4 hands, I'm out. See ya. Like
That's awesome.
it's not gonna happen.
Stu just saw something. I don't know what happened, but his eyes just got big, and he went.
The NFL draft.
It was my story.
Yeah.
He was paying attention.
He
to
was
it.
like, "You won't spend $20." It's crazy.
Yeah, but that's like the Greenbrier. That was fun gambling. I mean, but
I've
that's
never
they price
seen anybody win at the Greenbrier.
We get
I didn't
it,
either.
Stu. You're rich. You go to the Greenbrier. You buy convertibles.
Stu is stupid rich. You see, he's got a color on that shirt.
Yeah, show off.
Fancy
button down.
I bet I've spent.
Come on, Brendan.
This shirt costs nothing.
Oh.
Long story.
My shirt is free, so I beat all of you.
But I think back to
so is my at.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think back to your point, the Scott's Additions in the Forerunning, the one at North Arthur, like for the casino. I think that's where they're going to be. That's what's going to end up being the place.
It's fine by me. It's far enough from my house.
And that actually makes sense because that's already a Dennis Inn. It's all just breweries and stuff. So it's like it's breweries. They got a strip club down there. That's perfect for a casino. It is.
It doesn't need to be near a neighborhood. Just doesn't feel right.
No. So you put it where all the breweries and the casino.
Yeah.
And
Why not?
People who already said, I want to buy a house because it's close to 15 breweries, they're excited to get a casino too.
I guess so. Yeah, I've moved like 3 people out of Scott's Addition that want to be in the area but don't want to be in Scott's Addition anymore just because of everything that goes on.
Yeah,
there.
it got too cool.
They were tired of the 3 a.m. drunk fest happening and no parking. So
right here. My bad.
So
I didn't even think about that. Troy's going to grab a deli and it's not there.
that's. So
It
what are we?
happens.
So we're doing
Rope-a-dope.
a local long-term microbrewery from Richmond.
The Godfather.
Yes.
In fact, we should just be able to call it the Godfather,
Godfather
of Richmond,
Richmond
Breweries because it is the Godfather.
It's an original.
It's the only one. If
It's
Rich,
the redheaded stepchild because it gets no love. And look, I get it. It's not my favorite brewery here
No.
now. Like beer wise, it's still a great vibe. Like the spot is amazing, but it is not. It gets no love. Like Hardywood gets all the love, and I do not like that.
Yeah. Well,
so
Legends
those
is
that
actually
haven't picked up on it. We're talking about Legend Brewing here in Richmond, the original craft brewery of Richmond. Before craft brewing was cool, back when it was weird.
yeah.
Before there were what? I mean, what do we have? Good God, we must
We
have
have
30,
more.
40.
And we're not even on the map. Like
Oh,
there was a small period of time where Richmond Brewing was coming on, and like we would show up in like the top 50 areas with brew. Now we're not even on there, so like we've been surpassed. It's crazy. But this is from Legend Brewing, and this is why I said this was basically like an in-law episode. My mother-in-law picked this up, and she brought it
Nice.
because she is a big
Yeah.
dog lover. And Legend Brewing Company had actually done a contest to raise money for the Richmond SPCA, the pound.
Yeah.
And they were raising money for it, and they wanted to find a dog that would go on the can, and the dog won, and unfortunately the dog passed away before the beer was ever released.
Oh, really? So this wasn't already a dead dog. This is like...
No, it's just currently a dead dog.
Well, I assume this dog that's on here was like the owner's dog that hung out, like, and everybody knew him.
No,
okay.
Won a contest to be
I
on
didn't
the
even
label.
hear about that.
It's called Bruce's Beer, BIER, so very Bavarian.
Bia.
Yeah, so Bruce's Beer.
16-ounce can.
And unfortunately, the dog passed away.
Bavarian Pilsner.
And a bunch of the profits from this actually go to the Richmond SPCA. So you can see on the back, Troy, even the dog passed away in 2020.
I saw that. But that's why I thought, like...
No, it was originally...
I thought it had ties to the, to Legend. Like it was the owner's dog or something.
No, it just says
a
they're
135-pound gigantor dog.
Bruce was a Swiss mountain dog.
Yeah.
What do you? It's not on here, which I thought legally it had to be. I don't see anything about ABV or any of that stuff. Is that on the site? Isn't that illegal? Doesn't it have to be on here?
Yeah, ABV has to be on here somewhere.
It's not on here.
It's their site. So since this is like a,
you know what I don't like about this beer? They put in here that Bruce was a legendary. Where'd it go? He said he drinks. Oh, here we go.
Yeah.
His party tricks included wolfing down exorbitant amounts of food in seconds and drinking toilet bowls dry.
That's pretty gross.
That is not a good sign for this beer. This is named after someone who drank toilet water. This beer is actually brewed using toilet water.
Nice. Dude, to drink a toilet bowl dry is like you're getting down in there. That's not taking a couple sips off the top. It's
on a positive note, no more ring.
Yeah.
Huh, this is okay. Bruce's Beer, brewed by Legends, German Pils, 4.6% ABV. Huh. And that's about it. They don't have much write up because this is, like I said, it's a one-off. It's a promotional beer for SPCA, so there's not a whole lot of info.
Yeah, so basically, it's going to be kind of tough to get your hands on. Fortunately, my mother-in-law, she was like laser focused. Nice. She saw an article about this before the beer was released, and she reached out to me.
All over it.
And she was like, I'm getting you guys a deli, which, shout out, because that's...
God bless that woman.
Respect that, She's actually a hardcore listener.
That's awesome.
And she's become more of a hardcore listener because...
Hardcore listeners on your wife's side. Her brother, check. Her mom, check.
Yeah.
Your wife.
Yeah.
What? What do you mean? I thought everybody listens.
No. Every month I'm 4 downloads shy of being happy.
That's what's preventing us from just making all that paper.
Yeah.
That's exactly right.
4 downloads.
4 from being viral.
Yeah. But so this
over the years that'd be a lot of downloads.
She was all over it, and she was like, I want to get this for you guys as a deli because she's a big SPCA fan, and part of why she's listening so much is because we've told this story that she used to get to walk her dog, and so to kind of now when she just goes for a walk, she listens to the show.
Yep.
And she's been listening a lot more. So, her heart is big, and she's got a big heart for dogs. And so she was excited about this, so she went out and got this. Literally the day it came out, she showed up at my house. I was downstairs eating a sandwich, and she walked in. She was like, I got the Bruce's beer. I put it down. I was like, hell yeah. She's like, all right, got to go. And that was it. I was like, hell yeah.
Nice.
Respect.
Good stuff.
So we've got the Legend Brewing, Bavarian Pilsner, Bruce's Beer. This is going to be a tough one to find, but if you can find it, pick it up.
About the Richmond SPCA, the one downtown by the Diamond.
Yep.
We got the wife and I got our first dog there, and that place is awesome. Like it's older. It was brand new years ago, but it's still a great spot to go visit. Like it's really done up nice, and if you like cats, they got cool cat rooms, and I highly recommend getting a dog from there if you can, or a cat.
And as of 2019, they no longer use bats to put down the animals.
Wait, what? That was a thing?
Damn.
Yeah, they would just tie them to a post and use a bat.
Oh gosh.
That was their.
That's
no, but they don't do. No. The point is they don't do that anymore.
So now we can get back behind them.
Yeah,
okay.
now it's a really special.
Side note: they're selling bats.
We have so many bats, slightly used.
This bat's got about 50 souls on it. That one can really hit a ball.
What do all the notches mean? You don't want to know.
You don't want to know.
Why does this one have little notches? Well, gerbils have to be put down too.
Oh. That is awful. I should not be laughing.
What are you talking about?
9 swings for 1 cat.
Because of the 9 lives.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I get it.
Dad joke. Oh. But seriously, I think what's been 18 years ago is when I picked up Dixie from there. So anybody that would know my dog Dixie, who obviously is no longer with us, but that was one of them. Went right down there. They were great.
Yeah.
But I walked in. There was all these nice little puppies, and Dixie was the only one not barking. I was like, "Yep, you're coming with me."
Isn't that is the number one
exactly
factor?
How we got Sydney. It was the oldest dog there, and it was all the way down at the end in the pound, and it was just chill as hell. We gone there for a beagle. They had a beagle puppy, and that thing was doing backflips and its own piss and shit and barking. And then we were like, yeah, maybe not. And then we just walked, and we were like, that old one down there at the end that's not doing anything, that's more my style.
Both dogs here.
Yeah.
Both dogs here. There were the non-barkers in the bunch. Because that is something I look for.
Yeah.
Yeah, but, quote, one's deaf.
Yeah, but I didn't know that at the time.
Just joking.
It's just really good at not making sounds. Because sounds are irrelevant.
Our new dog didn't bark when we were there, and then we got home, and I mean, I like that it does this. It barks at other dogs that walk by and people come to the door and stuff, which is good. My old dog didn't. I think my old dog, I had it for 9 years. Sydney, she barked like maybe 9 times in 9 years. Like, it was crazy.
Yeah.
This beer's interesting.
Oh, yeah, we're doing a deli.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're mid-deli.
It's
Interesting.
Hints of Bruce.
Yeah.
Is that toilet water?
That's
fantastic.
Unfiltered.
It's fancy because it says BIER.
And the can shaped like a bat.
So
which is weird.
It's hard to stand up.
They really should have done it the other way.
Yeah.
Oh.
The barrel should have been at the bottom, but they didn't.
Hey, whatever. I don't design these things.
We're gonna get canceled, guys.
Especially because it was like such a loving intro.
Yeah.
And then it just took a turn.
Yeah. Now we can tag the SPCA on this episode.
We were doing so well.
Hashtag no more bats. Hashtag SPCA. Now with less bats.
If you can't go down to Legends and
I don't
mention
know how I
us.
feel about this.
This beer?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's an odd beer. I mean, it's clearly a Bavarian
Yeah.
Pils, but it
Pils,
actually it's a little less Pilsy and more Bavarian, if that makes any sense to anyone.
You guys get it.
Well, like a Pilsner is like effervescent, a
Yeah.
little like brighter in flavor, and this is more like malty, like
It is malty.
like-
It's a little flatter.
yeah, more Bavarian than
Yeah.
Pilsner.
It reminds me of Kindred's table beer.
Yeah. Also, don't use bats
They don't. They're bat free too.
at Kindred.
Man, we're trending up.
Good stuff.
It was the best thing to come out of 2019.
They were putting down people, I guess. I hear your dog.
So there's my dog
your
barking.
non-barking dogs are barking.
Kids are beating them again.
Just the big one, not the little one.
Little one's not
Little
even aware
one's
there's a problem.
Knocked
Little
out
one's
on the
passed out.
couch, chilling.
Ghostface Killer's where it's at. Stu, you got anything on this beer?
It's honestly, I think it's
What,
not
Troy?
it's not special. I don't think it's not doing anything like over the top for me. Sounds like a regular beer. Like it tastes to me like just a regular lager. I'm not getting anything significant out of it. I mean, it is kind of flat. To your point, marketing's cool. The idea is cool. I'm gonna just give it a 3 all around because it's just I don't know.
I feel like that score was actually a lot higher than what your words were.
Right, because I'm
I
giving
know.
it a full point.
He was
I'm
going
giving it a-
down. He was
I'm giving it
trending
a full
down.
Yeah.
point for the actual marketing.
And I was like,
He's
I
like,
think
I
I'm
haven't
going
stopped-
with Stu. I think I'm
Yeah.
going to ride with Stu. And now he's up at a 3. And I'm like,
I'm giving it a full point for the marketing ideas because it's a good concept. The dog is a Swiss mountain dog, so they're going to go obviously with Bavarian beer, keeping it that theme.
I didn't even put that together. I respect.
Yeah.
That makes a lot of sense.
So good, kudos for them for the push and
not that
everything.
good looking of a dog, really.
But yeah, if I was just if it was just
Cute dog.
the beer itself is a 2. The beer itself is a 2.
So you're giving it a 3
based on some really good creative marketing
of the
and
tugging
the push.
at the heartstrings.
Correct.
The fact that they're giving
the
money
fact
to
that they
the
gave the
SPCA.
entire eulogy for the dog on the back of the label, and then an introduction into the SPCA. There is a good cause. It's not bad marketing.
I'm with Brendan. I don't like reading about the dog drinking the toilet bowl dry. It's kind of grossing me out a little.
Did you know that the Richmond SPCA was founded in 1891? It's
That's crazy.
One of the oldest in the nation. I did not know that.
All right, I'm changing. I'm final at 2.
How hard must that game have been 130 years ago? Like, I mean, when we were kids, like, people didn't care about animals like they do now. Like,
try 1891.
That's my point.
They
Like,
didn't care about people.
dude, like we kept all of our animals outside when I was a kid. Like, animals were animals. Now it's like, yeah, sleep in the bed with me, of course. Where else could you possibly sleep, dog?
Yeah, back then
Yeah.
it's like, you cheated me at poker. You killed the guy in front of you.
Yeah.
Nonetheless, his dog.
Yeah.
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 It's a byproduct of people moving into cities.
Yeah,
All right,
imagine, but imagine that, like, hey, what do you do for a living? I run the Richmond SPCA. And what's that? We care for dogs and cats and other animals.
And try to get them into good
Right.
homes.
Yeah.
I don't have a good home.
You
jack
do-
off.
You do what? I care. We try to find homes for dogs and cats and other animals. I'm confused.
And side
Homes?
business,
Yeah.
we make bets.
Just a final note, I changed my score. 2.5.
Sponsored by
2.5.
Louisville Slugger.
Babe Ruth.
Louisville Babe Ruth.
So Babe Ruth, little known fact, when
Oh,
he was
God.
with the Yankees, he was Louisville Slugger guy.
Yeah.
But at that time when he was with Boston, and people don't know this, he only used SPCA bats. He did.
Oh, my God.
He did. That was.
That-
I don't know why everyone's laughing. That's a fact. Look it up, Stu. Look it up.
Google it.
Yeah.
I don't even
Babe
want
Ruth,
Google that
Boston. See what kind of bat Babe Ruth used in Boston. You'd be shocked. SPCA, poplar.
Oh.
Poplar was the main wood that he liked.
No, you just want me to look it up. I'm not doing it.
He started to look. Yeah.
No, I'm like,
Um,
you're not using me.
I don't like this beer. I'm not a fan of this beer. I was hoping I didn't like the first taste. And I was hoping it would get better as I drink more of it. I'm about halfway through, and I'm still not a fan. I'll give it a 2. It's not even a 2.5. It's not even mid grade. It's below average for me.
But we like the SPCA.
Yeah, since 2019.
Yes, the last 2 years have really been their high water mark.
No, we love the premise. Look, I said earlier, Legend's not my favorite beer, but Legend will always hold a space in my heart because I remember it when it was the only game in town. And
It literally was, yeah, and it was. And then Rich Brow came in, which was cool.
yeah,
But all right, so this beer, it's doing its very generic beer thing. That's what it's trying to do. And
Well, I guarantee you, if they're trying to do the promotion like they're doing for the dog, you want to have your margins as high as possible. And, what's the cheapest beer we can probably brew, get people to buy it, get people to, buy into the whole idea and donate money and log on and help the SPCA. So the brewery's not going to go create some fantastic citrus IPA.
Well, I think Legend's thing has been they make 4 beers and they make it well. They've never done the one-offs that well. Like the 4.
I do not agree with that.
How many one-offs do they make that you love?
Once a year in the springtime, they make one called Z-Dam. And Z-Dam is one of the best beers coming out of Richmond, bar none.
How many beers do average breweries make now on the regular?
Sure, but I'm saying once a year they do put out a spring release called Z-Dam, and
You
it's
totally blew my theory away with your once a year.
no, I didn't.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying you're saying they do 4 well. I'm saying they do 5 well.
Okay,
That's
but
what
I'm saying this is a one-off, and that's not their strong suit. Where some breweries do one-off, like they're constantly changing their menu up.
Let's be honest. Most of these breweries make the same damn beer and change the name.
Well, I was gonna say most of the one-offs they make aren't that good either. I mean,
They make so it's the brown ale, the porter, the lager, the pilsner, and they do have an IPA now and a hazy IPA. But that
They
lager,
have to.
the brown ale is what I always
the brown
associated.
ale is what people love.
Legend.
And it blows. But that's
Yeah, I'm
another
not a
thing.
big fan of it.
So, all right, the Bruce's beer. I actually like, as far as like what a Bavarian Pilsner is, what this is a light Oktoberfest.
Yes.
It's kind of the vibe. It's very malty.
Okay.
It's not very effervescent, like I said, but it's. I guarantee this pours lighter. Oh, I should have worn a mask for both sides of the yard. Stew pad.
Come back to us.
Okay, so
you're done. So it definitely has kind of that Bavarian vibe to it. A little bit Oktoberfest, a little lighter. It's got a good malty backbone. 0 hops in it. None of that, which I actually expected that you guys would have liked this more because there's so little hops. Like they've avoided the whole hop profile. It's a little sweet. It's not super dark like a brown like they would typically do. I think this is a solid beer for a beer. It's not solid to the point that I'm going to give it a 4. I'm going to give it a 3. I like it. I don't give points for labels. Just saying
So we get a 3, 2.5, and a 2. So we're right at 2.5. So it's right there at average.
I mean,
which is where it probably belongs.
Where it belongs.
And
you're not going to turn it down. If somebody says, "Hey," here.
If you handed me a pint of this, I would drink this all day.
Right.
Outside of a lot of the beers that end up with 2.5s. And that's what's funny about it. It's very agreeable.
I feel like this would be good with an orange or a lemon or a lime in it.
Like a Blue Moon?
Yeah. Or, I was going to but I'm going to let these jokes ride.
You know what I'm getting at.
Yeah, no, even this one I had to let ride.
Yeah.
A little citrus. No, it's a perfectly fine beer. It's a 2.5 when it's all said and done. I would drink this beer again. If you handed it to me, I would not seek it out. But if I was at like an SPCA fundraiser, I would drink it all night long, and I would never look back. I would never question it.
Yeah.
It's a perfectly drinkable beer.
It is. It's not like you want to spit it out. It's not bad.
Do you think it would taste better if it's draft?
For sure.
I mean, I don't know that it's nothing's gonna fix. It's not like it's gonna magically change.
I think it would.
It may taste better because it might be more bubbly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's like the flavor's the flavor.
Certain beers just taste better out of a cold pint glass. They really do. And I'm not a bottle guy. I love drinking out of cans, but certain beers, and maybe it's because when I was young, I used to drink the Hefeweizens in the German beers, at the bar out of the pint glass with the citrus piece in it, and
the best. And
it was so good. Like
that
chilled glass with a good German beer in it
which Stu can't have the Hefeweizens because you're that all that wheat.
Yeah, it'll mess you up.
And actually, this is, believe it or not, the no hop. So what I've come to find out is it's more hops for me. It's not so much the wheat.
Oh, then this one's perfect.
Yeah, because this reminds me of the Kindred Spirit table beer, but when I drink it, it's got a little bit more hops in it, and my eyelids go like straight red.
Oh God.
There you go.
Doesn't sound good.
Oh, I wish you'd had a hoppy beer tonight so I could look you dead in the eyes and go, "You look like shit, Stu." I'm doing you a favor, Stu.
Thank you.
You look like shit. That's what he said.
Let me tell you.
That's what he said to me. All right, well, there you go. All right. So last week we talked about legalizing, right?
R.I.P.
Right.
Bruce.
We were talking about legalizing.
Was that last week?
I think
so.
You know what's weird? It's been a week and 2 days, and I feel like we haven't done this in forever. Like
because it was a Tuesday.
I know, but that's only 2 days longer than we normally get together.
That's true.
Yeah, but it does feel like
it does feel
like
longer than
if
that.
you do a
it?
Thursday and then a Monday episode, it feels like fuck. We did this.
We were just
did
here.
this yesterday, and if you do it Tuesday all the way out to the next Thursday,
it's like,
gosh,
how long's it been?
It's like we haven't put training wheels back on.
Yeah.
What's happening?
So I saw an interesting legalization go down.
Legalization of or where?
Maine.
Who goes to Maine outside of hunting bear and getting lobster?
Dead people.
Okay.
What?
All right. Where's this going?
Yeah. Dead people go to Maine.
Dead people are legal now?
In Maine.
Oh, okay.
How have we always talked about how we would like to be buried, but it can't be done in the U.S.?
Yes, a Viking funeral.
Guess what's legal in Maine?
Viking.
That's what we're doing.
That would make sense, being that close to Newfoundland. I mean,
Nova Scotia.
Nova Scotia.
Hadn't put that together. Maybe so. Maybe there's something to that.
Surrounded by water.
You are now allowed in the state of Maine to burn a body on a pyre.
That is amazing.
This is awesome. You can now. They've set up.
My wife's a listener. Write this down.
They have put together. There's a piece of land that has been petitioning. Just got legalized.
That's what we talked about.
Yeah. So a private organization was like, look, we got this buttoned up. We got more than enough land. The fumes aren't going anywhere.
Yeah.
We would like to host Viking funerals, and they did it.
That is
legalized
awesome, dude.
it. You can now go up to Maine. You can put a body on a pyre, light it up.
On the water?
They call them Viking funerals. Now,
I want it on the water.
I assume that they must have a pond or a lake somewhere in there where you can do this. But
I feel like it's not as romantic if it's literally just a pyre like out in the middle of a field.
Okay.
So
I feel like you're getting burned at the stake like a witch.
What the law allows for is open air cremations, and what
do I care if it's on a boat?
it doesn't matter where it is.
I want to be on a boat.
And they're
Fine.
saying that Maine leads the country in percentage of people wanting to be cremated or burned.
Boom.
Yeah, but there's different regulations when you involve water, EPA regulations. That's where I'm guessing.
Open air fire with a body. We've done it.
Yeah, but if it's contaminating water, could that be a problem? Doing it on the land, you're not going to get the contamination like you would in the water.
What about in like a wave pool?
Watch out for the flaming boat.
This is so much fun. What is that?
Duck.
Well, but a flaming funeral pyre doesn't necessarily mean it's on the water.
No, it doesn't. It hasn't called out.
That's what I said.
A pyre is a bunch of wood stacked up. I'm assuming in like a triangle.
Yeah.
Preferably. Body on the top. Light that bad boy. Which, honestly, if I couldn't get a Viking funeral, if you could put my body on top of a funeral pyre, just in a field, get some kegs going.
So long as it's not like a bunch of pallets.
Do you know who's the first
Yeah, I
state
don't
to be
want
able to? The first state that you could do it in?
Yeah, I do.
There's only two states.
Yeah.
Maine would be the second.
And Colorado.
Right.
After all of this research that we did, Colorado snuck one in.
They got two cities that allow it.
But Maine is the one that I heard about. How long have we been researching this? And Colorado didn't have this. Colorado just slipped
They didn't
that
put
in.
it out there?
They just slipped it in somewhere. It's probably some.
What if you could do it on the water if you had a filtration system?
That's why I said a wave pool.
Not like that, dude, but like your lake you grew up working at.
Yes, R.I.P. Timberlake.
Yeah, it looks like, it's lake water, but it's controlled, and you're filtering out contaminants.
Then I think that would work.
Now I'm back in.
See, that's what I'm saying. So, I
don't want to get burned at the stake. I want to get pushed out in a fucking Viking ship with the decorative ends on it, and somebody shoot a bow and arrow at me, and it looks all cool as shit.
And you know what? Here's the thing: the bow and arrow is never going to work, right?
I know, but just have a detonator, and then
yes,
you still do the whole bow and arrow shooting. It's it was off by 5 feet. Who cares?
No, but you're following me. That's exactly it. You let the little 4-year-old be like, "You're the arrow girl,"
or you overshoot the boat, and as it goes behind it, you just click the button.
Click the button,
boom.
and it goes up.
Yeah,
that way it's not 2 hours of assholes like a bad pinata experience.
It's your 84th arrow, dude.
The bill is being pushed by a nonprofit group that has 63 acres that would like to be able to have open air cremations, and the name of the group is the Good Ground Great Beyond.
Fair enough.
I'm all for this.
I'm psyched. Yeah. When I heard this, I was like, yes, we finally did. No, apparently Colorado, like I said, slowly.
I bet there's a wait list.
But I think I'd rather do it in Maine.
For sure.
There's just something about
waitlist. So we only do it on Tuesdays and Thursdays. Bring everybody. We'll do it at once.
No, you go up there. You think it's going to be like this beautiful setting, and you literally see 40 different fires going. You're like, now this is gross.
Yeah, the smell is amazing.
Or they just throw you on as the first guy's done. We can keep this one going. Get him on there.
Hey, bring Todd.
Yeah.
We could do it. I don't know. I'm excited. I'm ecstatic that this is finally happening. We've been waiting. We've been talking about this for years.
For sure.
It's finally here. And I understand the logistics, but Troy, I like your detonator idea. I like the idea of little flower girl gets to come out. That'll scar her for life.
You want to send Uncle Troy? Here we go.
Yeah, you burn him to death.
Baby.
Went to my uncle's funeral. What happened? Well, we pushed him out in the boat, and I shot a flaming arrow. Wait, what?
Yeah, and then you spend the next 20 years in therapy.
Yes.
You burned.
But Troy got his wish.
That's right. That's what matters.
That's all that matters.
When you're dying, you get that wish, right?
You get one wish.
Yeah.
I want that 4-year-old girl to fire the
I burned
arrow.
Uncle Charlie.
Yeah. It's heartbreaking, but it's how it goes down.
Yeah, I mean, you should have. That should be the one thing you have the ultimate choice of.
There is
How
the
you
Neptune
go?
Society. You know about the Neptune Society,
I do
right?
not. Fill
Look
me
that
in.
up.
Fill me up.
Okay.
Fill me in on the Neptune Society.
It's like it's a thing where you pay and it's pretty cheap, and they literally take you out to sea, and they can dump you legally like so far out. I don't know what it is, but like they can drop. You can be buried at sea, like out in the middle of the ocean.
like just dumped off the side of the boat
Yeah.
into the water.
Yeah.
Well, isn't that how?
Let's see.
Doesn't that happen with? And Stu, you would know this better. And I'm probably way off, but can't you do that in the Navy? Like,
Yeah,
Yeah,
You
you
get
get-
so
you get
if you
certain-
get cream,
You get far enough out, you can dump like waste out.
15 miles,
Yeah.
and you're
And you
into
can gamble.
international waters.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, if you're a veteran or if you're a Navy veteran, you can get buried at sea, but it's not the body service. You're cremated.
Oh, and they dump your
And
ashes.
you get your box of ashes
No.
and flag
That's
cover
cheating.
and
I either want my
I want
body
fish
in the
food.
water. Yeah, I either want to be
Yeah.
eaten by
it's
fish.
usually. I mean, you got to be high ranking, or it's usually pretty, or you're active for that.
Well, you're not
the
very
full
active.
on
You're dead.
active
Good point.
duty. Active duty.
I don't know what
happened.
duty has to do
Yeah,
with
it's
this.
going to be fish duty.
That was weird.
Yeah. But yeah,
Did you look up the
I have-
Neptune Society?
Yeah, they're the largest cremation site, and they have that as an option.
But do they cremate you before, or they just dump your body? I don't know that much about
I
it.
like
if you
where
can
this is
believe it.
going. So here's what I want. I want a Viking funeral. Then I want you to have to collect my ashes. Then I want you to take me out on a boat. All the
It's a
wanna
lot of
dra-
work.
I'm going to drag this out. I'm going to have like 4 different funerals.
I feel like if you do the Viking funeral right, there's nothing left.
No, you do the Viking funeral, right?
Yeah,
Then you have to
sink
scoop-
to the ground.
No, then you have to scoop up all the ashes from the whole pyre. Now you got a huge thing of ashes.
When I say Viking funeral, I'm talking about on a boat. You can't scoop ashes out of the water.
All right, well this is like a 3-month process.
We're doing.
You have to take me
doing
out.
this.
You have to burn me down, right?
Copy.
Then you have a fishing competition.
All right.
You catch the fish
Yeah.
that have now eaten all of the leftovers.
Yeah.
And then you have a fish fry.
And then we consume you.
But it takes weeks.
Oh,
So
Like, it's a whole thing. It's like Burning Man.
this is Brendan's body we're consuming.
You got it.
Okay, I'm in.
You feeling me?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
This is gonna be dope.
Too bad you can't be there. You'd enjoy that.
yeah.
I'm there.
I'm there.
And then you have to brew the beer and you have to filter it through the charcoal
Oh yeah.
that was on the pyre.
yeah.
Oh,
Charcoal fish. Then everyone's just drinking and eating. Oh, I like where this is going.
I think we could get rich doing this.
Or
could.
go broke.
Wait, what?
or be fined seriously.
EPA.
Yeah.
The EPA.
Yeah, 100 years ago, before all the environmental acts, we could have gotten away with this.
This is a good plan.
It actually, all of those things could happen if it's on a boat and you're in the international waters. We could float you out, fire you up via arrow, bring you back in, cremate you, or after you cremate you, bring the ashes back in, brew, fire.
I don't
fish.
want all that. I
Oh,
just
yeah,
want the
you-
boat to sink with whatever's left of me. And
No,
then
this is going to be a thing. This is going to be like a week-long
now
festival.
you're making it weird.
Yeah, then everyone's then gonna crap out the food. Then we're
Oh,
gonna
God.
then we're
Where
gonna
are we going with
Oh,
this?
then we're gonna
don't
grow,
even.
we're gonna grow corn.
Now we're getting scat.
Yeah.
We're just growing
yeah.
corn. And then we're taking that corn, we're making maize, and then we're gonna make chips, and then we're gonna sell them.
Maize is corn.
Yeah. But it's like yeah, you're right.
Jeez Louise.
But then we're gonna sell the chips, and then I'm gonna be everywhere. I'm gonna be in
Yeah.
everybody.
You'll be in every market.
Yes.
Every
I'll be in
This
every-
is 100% natural. I can promise
Yeah,
you that.
yeah. I
every
do
one
like
of
the
them.
tree pod. Like if you
I'm not anti-tree pie where they
Yeah.
put your body
you're kind of
together,
wrapped,
bury a
in
tree on
seed
top,
and
or put a tree on top.
Yeah, you're
of
the
it.
nutrients for the tree to grow.
That'd be weird, though.
I'd do an apple tree.
What kind of tree would you
so
be?
people could eat you?
Yeah, man.
You are obsessed.
Dude, I'm just living, man.
Eat me.
What about an orange tree?
I'm anti-citrus.
But lemon, you're all in.
Yes, well, I only dislike citrus. Then we can put it on boats
Peace
to
out.
keep people from getting scurvy.
Yeah.
And then when they go in the ocean, you see how this goes, circle of life.
Yeah.
I'm out of here, guys. I'm out of here. 56 seconds, citrus, all this good stuff. I mean, there's a
I
whole...
just think there's a lot of ways to die, and I'm psyched about Maine. And I'm glossing over Colorado. I did know that, but Colorado's the first one.
Yeah,
Maine's
I'm going
where you
Maine.
go. You want to be up north.
Yeah.
It needs to be cold out there, man. I guess Colorado's kind of cold, but it's not.
Yeah.
It's not on the ocean.
Yeah,
I think Maine is more rural for sure overall as a state.
Oh yeah, I mean,
there's not a
to
lot
live in
going
Maine
on.
is a rough existence.
I know
you want to be creepy. You want to have a Viking funeral on a lake in Colorado?
Like there's people in
the
Maine.
lake's frozen. Why is that going anywhere?
Don't worry, it'll melt.
Here comes the wolves.
Oh God.
That's perfect. Then we can hunt the wolves. See? Get some bats. Go get them wolves. This is a full circle.
I hope I die before Brennan. This is going to be brutal.
Dude, it's going to be the
What was
longest
Brendan's
2 months.
dying wish? All right, let me break out the...
we buried, we cremated Brendan in Maine, and we just ordered the 40-year-old lobster that ate his ashes. Now we're
I got the spiral notebook, 3 subjects, full of his last wishes.
Yep. Now you got to stay here until you pass.
Yeah.
That's right. Now we're gonna plant plants. And then now you have to work in the factory to make the chips that go out to the country.
Cemeteries are so weird, though.
Yeah, this will not be a cemetery.
That's what I'm saying. Like, that's why I'm more for all of these ideas. Like, just the whole cemetery thing seems so antiquated.
Would you
at
want
this point.
something where someone could go and see your name?
No.
Because, like, I kind of like the name. All right, so there's this dude, right? This is the weirdest damn thing. There's a guy by the name of Bastard Bell.
Okay.
He died in the early 1900s. This dude will live with me forever, and I don't know why. He literally had there was a road in Northern Virginia called 123. It's like the main drag to get down from my house to like the high school and then out to Tyson's Corner and like it's just the main artery.
Okay.
So here would be like a Midlothian or a Hall Street or a Broad
Street.
Probably
Yeah.
a Broad Street. So there's this old cemetery that sits there, and there's this one headstone. And every time I drove by,
You could read it from the road?
yeah, I just would look
Wow.
over, and Bastard Bell always jumped out at me. And I was always like, I don't know who this guy is,
Right.
but like, he's with me.
Yeah.
Whoever he is, he's with me.
Because you see him every day.
Yeah. Now I don't know anything about the guy, but Bastard Bell is a name that will always live. I kind of want like a name somewhere, you know?
Yeah, but that's just because it was proximity. Like, it's not like you went and visited his site. Like, you just happened to drive by him every day.
Yeah, but there's something to be said for that. Like if you just like happened to like if you got burnt right on
Yeah.
a pyre, and then they just stuck a random headstone, had my name on it.
I don't care. I'm just saying that I don't care about that. Like, I
So
don't
you
go.
want to be burnt, and then no record of where you were burnt or where
No.
your final body disappeared.
Nope.
You don't care.
No, I don't go. I personally do not go to cemeteries and visit loved ones that have passed. Like if I'm reminiscing and thinking about them,
Yeah.
I do that. I don't need to go to the cemetery to stand there and do that.
So it's funny. I haven't actually been to the cemetery in West Virginia where my grandparents are born, but I have.
No, they died.
And I mean, we're out.
They were born there too.
Where they
it's
were
really
born.
weird. There's
I was
no
like, yeah.
hospital.
What
there.
are the odds?
Yeah.
What are the odds?
Yeah.
Born
So,
here,
yeah,
died
no.
here.
Yeah, that's a
But I
2
have,
for
yeah,
1.
I haven't. No, I have been to the one in Baton Rouge for my other set of grandparents, but the one in West Virginia, I haven't been. But who would randomly go? Like the guy you're talking about, you happen to see him, but who randomly goes to a cemetery to just check out names of people who previously existed that weren't loved ones?
I don't know. Like I wanted a tattoo of a Kennedy Celtic cross.
Right.
And I walked through graveyards in Ireland and took pictures of Celtic crosses that were on just anyone named Kennedy. And I took pictures and I brought them.
That was an ends to a that was a means to an end because you wanted something.
Used to be buried on your property around here.
Yeah.
Like a lot of the rural places around here, like you'll find 8 or 10 or 20, headstones.
But you don't want that.
No.
So if I put you on a funeral pyre, right?
Yep, that's it.
light you up.
I'm good.
Gone.
There is no plaque. There's no nothing. You don't want ashes anywhere.
Yeah.
Or ashes. Someone could keep ashes if they chose to.
If
but
they want, but I don't expect that or really want it. But you know me, like I don't.
Yeah.
I'm not the birthday guy. Like I don't.
yeah, but
I
I
don't celebrate myself like that. Like to me, it's
celebrate myself
narcissistic.
every day. Oh yeah. Well, okay, that's
yeah.
the word.
Yeah.
Yeah. For a
is.
guy who doesn't like himself very much, I love myself more.
Yeah.
Isn't that the weirdest thing?
No, you're.
Yeah,
You not liking yourself
Yeah.
is you actually loving yourself.
Well, it's like the yin and yang. You know what I mean?
You're the guy who on your vacation went to a cemetery in Ireland to look for your last name so you could
find a tattoo.
tattoo yourself of
Correct.
a rando last name guy that you have no ties to, but you like the design.
Tons of ties too. The last
They're
name.
all related.
By the way, you still don't have a tattoo, so good use of your time.
Yeah, dude, tremendous waste of my time. I went to
I'm in the motherland. You know what we
Yeah.
should do? Go to a cemetery. It's going to be awesome.
I did. I took all the pictures. I got I showed them to the tattoo parlors, and they were all like, you can't just like show up here and get a tattoo. I'm like, no, that's why
Yeah.
I'm here.
I have no tattoos. I don't know how this works.
I'm here for 3
Right.
more days.
Yeah.
Put this on my
oh,
body.
you were going to do it there.
Though that was the whole point.
Oh,
It had to be done
in Ireland.
in Ireland.
In Ireland by an Irish person.
Yes, with my
Yeah.
with the that was the whole thing. It was God, family. That was the whole
Yeah.
point of it. And then the old country was the logic behind
Yeah.
it. And they were all like, "No, we're not doing that." And they would be like, "Try this guy." I had one guy who was like, basically was like, I could probably fit you in a couple of days. He's like, but I'm not good at these. And I was like, okay, and that's not a ring.
That's
This is like-
at least he was honest.
Yeah, this is like
Yeah.
before Yelp.
Yeah.
You know? So I was like, okay. He's like, if you want that, you need to go to this guy. And he's booked up for months. And I was like, all right, I guess I'm not getting a tattoo.
Did I ever tell you about
Damn.
I went and got my tattoo on my arm down the road, literally 3 or 4 blocks from where we were living at the time, because I wanted this pirate ship, and the name of the place was Journey's Inn, and it had a pirate ship. I was like, this is cool. So I met the head guy, and he did a bunch of stuff. He's like, I'm busy, but this guy will do it. Well, this guy's name was Goat. And
Oh, he's the greatest of all time.
yeah, exactly.
Sweet.
So he drew up my tattoo, and I liked it, and he did a good job.
Your pirate ship looks good.
Yeah, it does. And it was 3 different sessions of 3 hours each, and it cost me about $1,000. And so literally like 8 or 10 years later, I'm literally crossing Broad Street right by VCU, and I see him coming towards me. And I recognize the guy because the dude's covered in tattoos. And I spent 10 hours
with him.
10 hours with him, so I know the guy. And I was like, Goat, what's up, man? He's like, hey, what's up?
Can I have $1?
And I was like, not sure if you remember me, but you did my tattoo. And he's like, oh, cool, man. And I pulled my shirt up. I was like, yeah, here it is. He's like, oh, cool, man. Yeah. To be honest with you, I don't really remember. I was like, wait, what? Like, I actually went up there between sessions one Friday night and had beers with the guy. And then
but that's his. I guess it's his job. He does it a million times.
he was like, yeah, sorry, man. I was in a real bad place back then. I'm like,
Oh no.
yeah, like he was he was messed up, and I
Oh,
had
that
no
sucks,
idea.
man.
Yeah,
But he did a good job.
he did a great job.
That's
but
hilarious.
I was like, damn, dude. I thought I know you do tattoos. I know we're not best friends, but you think you remember doing a big piece like that. But he was like, yeah, I have no recollection of this tattoo. Like, all right, good.
Dang.
That would have happened to you. You would have been all like, so you would have been like, this is so important to me. I had done Ireland, and that guy would have forgotten you because it would have been his 1 millionth Celtic cross that he's done in Ireland.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, you're the first American to ever come here and win a Celtic cross.
No one's ever thought
No
to
one's
do
ever-
this.
Yeah. Oh, and you have an Irish last name too. Weird. You're the guy. You're the
Yeah,
one
we're
American
gonna
that
take
has that name.
Here's an exception to the rule. We just got what was it?
Sorry, I just
We
got
just got a lot of guys got tattoos. I got tattooed when I was in the Navy.
Did you get do you have a Navy tattoo?
No, I don't have a Navy tattoo, but okay. So I got it in Israel when 1997 Med Cruise
Uh-huh.
about a Bengal tiger, but this guy was tattooed up. He's a Harley Davidson dude.
That's an LSU thing, right?
Yeah, I just got a little
You
got a little tattoo there. But
you could have been so ahead of the game with your anchor tattoo. Like, that would have been cool as shit.
yeah, I could have.
I feel like if I was ever in the military, that would a tattoo would have to be there, and it would have to be whatever branch I was in.
It's kind of part of it.
I've still considered getting one.
Yeah,
something that's USN, fouled anchor, all the good stuff.
Yeah,
something that's just.
But get your ship on you or something.
I'm not that big of a guy, and it's a carrier.
Well, not the ship, but like the name.
You don't have to do it to scale.
Yeah, USS Minnow, whatever the hell it was.
Well, actually, I can probably do CVN 71, but putting the Theodore Roosevelt, that's a big one.
I don't think you have to go full Theodore in front of there. Teddy R.
Yeah, Theodoropoulos.
Yeah.
You don't have to put the full name.
I just put the big CVN 71, the big stick.
There you go.
Because Roosevelt was the one who quoted, "Speak softly, but carry a
stick.
big bat when you walk into the SBC."
Yes, I was about to say, nobody knows this. Teddy Roosevelt,
founder of the SPCA.
So the Rough Riders had come back from a mission. There were a lot of dogs, right? And so they come back, and
wild dogs.
Yeah, they're like, we'd seen
from
so many
Mexico.
dogs. They're like, we need to do something here. We need to save these dogs. And then so Teddy Roosevelt took his big stick, and he started the
saving
SPCA.
them.
Well, you can't save them all.
That's what he said. I remember that quote.
Yeah,
you can't save them all.
You can't save them all.
You can't save them all. That was the Rough Riders motto. Yeah. You can't save them all.
Yeah. Speak softly, but carry a big stick so you can sneak up on the dogs and just whack them.
No, Stu, no. What? I think you've taken it too far, Stu.
Okay.
We could use it.
Cross the line.
Yeah, I think he has crossed the line. It's unfortunate, Stu. It's unfortunate.
And I can't go back.
We love dogs here. Where are my dogs?
Your one dog's looking at you like, I got hit yesterday.
Nah, these dogs are loved.
Yeah, they get to stay in the house and everything.
Yeah, exactly.
That's how it goes down, man.
That's crazy.
What can you do? Sorry, I'm like fully distracted over here.
Yeah, now you got me distracted.
He's got the NFL draft in the background running.
The Bears traded from the 20th pick to the 11th pick.
Oh, they did?
Yeah, like all of a sudden I looked up and it was no longer the team that was on the board.
Is that new? That just happened?
Yeah, we had the 20th pick. Now here's the 11th pick, and all of a sudden some trade went down.
Uh-oh.
Now we're here, and then they cut to a room of a player.
Yeah.
And there was nobody in the room, so like
There's
this
a random
player,
he doesn't know.
This player was like, whoa, what happened?
Hadn't got the call yet.
And so apparently the Bears are picking up. Obviously, if we're trading up, we're getting a quarterback, but I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know who it is. Well, so Mac Jones was the guy that everyone said.
Did he get picked already?
He was still sitting out there, but it appears that we're going after. And I hope
this is what caught my attention earlier when I gasped into the microphone is that I was excited.
LSU player.
Well, Jamar Chase just got picked up to go play at the Bengals, so that means.
Please tell me we're not going to take an Ohio State quarterback. No Ohio State quarterback.
Yeah, that would be bad. That would be really bad.
That means Joe Burrow is going to be throwing to his old receiver.
The Bears there are happy. Who they pick? Oh, the Ohio State quarterback.
Why do you?
Brendan just left the powerhouse.
Yeah,
I'm with him though. No Ohio State quarterback's ever been good.
Oh, what's the guy that was failing at the Skins locally?
Oh, Haskins.
Yeah, Haskins.
Yeah, they all suck.
You guys go through quarterbacks like it's just.
Cowherd says it the best. Like all the quarterbacks that play at the top tier schools, they have top tier O-line, they have top tier receivers, they have top tier everything.
Yeah.
So they don't get challenged. Like the Josh Allens and the Mahomes and all these guys are good. Like they play at smaller schools where like you're thinking on your feet.
Right,
like
right,
you
right.
don't like you're not playing with the best of everything.
Well,
Because once you get to the NFL, yes, they're like there's no
separation.
There's no disparity. Like all the teams are relatively good. Like the bad teams will still win 4 or 5 games. The good teams will win 12 or 13 games. Like there's a lot.
Yeah.
There's not the parity that.
Well, that's. I mean, I'm excited though for Joe Burrow. Hopefully, he's going to come back from his knee injury. He'll be throwing to Jamar Chase, so it'll be a good thing. But
is that a receiver?
Yeah, Jamar
Nice.
Chase was top. He went. I think just went 8th
Oh,
or something like that.
why did we pick a guy from Ohio? I'm so distraught right now.
Yeah.
I'm back. I'm focused.
Yeah.
Laser focused.
Yeah, the guy played, what, 5 games? Didn't
Yeah, I don't
Ohio
know.
State started their season
Oh
late?
yeah. He played like
And
6 or 7 games.
I'm getting all kinds of texts.
Text
like,
messages
Nice.
blowing
like
up.
best pick since Trubisky, like all kinds of stuff. Like I'm getting lit up over here.
Think the Red Rocket is shaking in his boots?
No.
Yeah.
I know. I'm all in. I'm gonna get a Buckeye tattoo now.
Yeah, you are. A Celtic Cross Buckeye tattoo.
And I need a bat.
Dude, if you had a framed jersey just like you got that one over there with all your quarterbacks, you'd have no room in here.
If you had literally a framed jersey of every
And that's
Bears
just the last
quarterback
4
for the
years.
last-
That was a great meme where I don't even remember the jersey number. They covered it up, but like down the back of the jersey, whoever's jersey it was, they had a piece of tape underneath of it with the next quarterback and the next. They must have had 10 or 12 quarterbacks on there.
Oh, that's awesome.
You saw that, didn't you?
I know what you're talking about. Yes.
Yeah, it's hilarious.
Did you guys know anything about this guy? Is he good?
He's Ohio State.
No, I understand.
Justin
What did I say
Fields?
right before the draft?
They
the
said
pick
he
came
was.
in?
They said he was one of the top 5 quarterbacks.
I mean, before
Yeah.
before he came in, I said just don't let it be a guy from Ohio State. Sure enough, Ohio State.
I don't get it.
Some kid was the top highest tight end, got picked at number 3 or 4.
Oh, he Pitts
yeah.
out of Florida. That
Yeah,
dude is a freak.
I think that's who it was. I wasn't paying attention, but
That guy's a freak show. They
I
say
miss-
they say he's a tight end, but like he's basically a receiver. Like he's just that
Yeah, he
good and
moves
that
it.
big.
You want to talk about bad ideas?
Picking an Ohio State quarterback
yeah.
high in the draft.
Yeah, because I'm distracted. I need to shift gears. I need to
Saying
just-
the SPCA uses bats.
It's not. I didn't make that choice, and they're the ones who made the right choice in 2019 to go away from the bats. How is this on me? See, Stu, when you say it, it's full of hate. When I say it, it's full of
yeah,
love.
yeah, you're right.
See, you're a pre-2019 guy. I'm a post-2019 guy.
Okay.
Like I'm all in on the.
You're looking at the
SPCA.
positive.
Yeah, they don't. I'm saying they don't use bats. You celebrate the bat.
So what are they using?
No, it's just like a lethal injection. But it's like numbing. It's cool. So, all right.
What's a bad idea?
All right. So bad ideas, football. Tie this in. Who makes the best wings in the country, or who? They don't.
What?
When it comes to football,
Right. And you want to go to Buffalo Wild Wings and watch some football?
but Hooters
Oh,
Hooters has always pushed that you go there for the wings, or people always say that. It's the same. It's the old argument. Like I read Playboy for the articles,
Yeah.
and people have always said I go to Hooters for wings.
Yeah.
And Brendan can't read.
Lying. No one goes to Hooters for the
They
wings.
do have the worst wings.
They're trash.
Yeah.
Outside of the smoked grilled, those are
Yeah.
actually really good. So
But that was the concept, right? You don't have to have good food when you have the wait staff.
exactly. It was a restaurant.
Yeah, but they've been changing their whole thing the past 10 years now, where they've like every time I've been in the past 10 years, like it's a family restaurant. You literally will see.
But it's not a family restaurant because the girls are still scantily clad.
No, they're not, but not like they used to be.
No.
And they're not nearly as picky. They used to be like you had to be a dime piece to work there.
What are you saying,
Yeah.
Troy?
I'm saying
Continue going down this road.
I'm saying they're open minded to all people.
Not
Yeah.
men.
Men work there.
Not as waiters.
No.
Bus boys.
It's messed up.
Cooks.
Well, there'll be men waiters now.
Oh, really?
Oh.
They are starting a new restaurant, and it's called Hoots.
What?
Hoots.
Is it
Wait, the Hooters company.
Is this like a yin to a yang where it's an all men version? Or is it
I don't.
co-ed?
No, it's not a restaurant. They're starting, and they're going to have a bunch of Hoots restaurants. It's called Hoots Wings, and it's literally going to be Hooters food without any of the shorts or the tops.
That is an awful idea. The
It's-
worst idea.
So then, and so seeing an Ohio State quarterback drafted by the Bears,
Yeah.
I immediately thought, bad ideas. What topic do I have about? Ooh, Hooters has
Yeah.
decided to move away from shorts and cleavage showing with bad
And leg
wings.
warmers.
And they currently have one in Atlanta, and the second and third locations are going to be in Chicago.
Yeah,
that
because,
checks out.
Yeah, because Chicago's
That's where they
7.
want. Yeah.
Yeah, the women are not attractive in Chicago. We've discussed this ad nauseum. So they're going to open up Hoots. It's going to be the same food, but just without
the same mediocre food,
without any of the Hooters.
Well, that's going to be wonderful.
How's that going to do? Like, would you ever think to yourself, I would go to Hooters, but the boobs. I'd like something else.
Would you ever think, I love Hooters food so much, I'll go there no matter what?
Yeah, I got to go to Hoots.
Yeah, because there are some restaurants where the food's so good, or whether or not it's good, you like it. I guess
it's going to be counter service only, kind of like a Chipotle.
So, what?
So like
That's
you
even
throw
worse.
the line, get your food, check
so
it, goes it down.
maybe we're the anomaly. Maybe certain people love their food.
I can tell you for a fact, now that I have 2 girls, I've passed Hooters 1,000 times and thought, I want to go to Hooters. But I don't want to take them in there.
I have seen families in there with small children.
Yeah.
I understand that.
With boys and girls.
I understand that. I just don't want to take my girls into Hooters because they see enough crap. You know what I mean? I don't want them to be like, "Ooh, Dad loves Hooters."
Yeah.
Because then they'd know too much.
And then there's a
But
difference.
why do you, when you say, I'm sorry, Steve, but when you say you want to go, why do you want to go?
You really want to?
Because I'm in my mid-40s and I just go for the view.
No,
because my entire life, I've loved going to Hooters.
Yeah, but I just said, and we've had this conversation off air. Like, it's not the talent it once was.
No, but I still enjoy it.
Okay.
But that's where I was also
I
going to say.
enjoy that it's kind of like a safe space for the guys to hang out, drink pitchers of beer, and hang out. And I've kind of gravitated towards, I like going to Hooters to eat their food because I enjoy just kind of it's like a bar scene.
Yeah.
It's the same bar scene anywhere in the country I go.
Right.
So I like it, but like when I pass it with the kids and go, ooh, I'd like to go to Hooters, I'm like, I'm not going to drag the kids into Hooters.
Yeah.
It's a different kind of scene. But I would never go to a Chipotle version of Hooters with the
Just for
kids
the
because
food.
the food isn't that great.
Yeah.
It is the bar scene and the kind of, even though it's not that debaucherous.
It's really not.
I like the idea
Yeah.
of debauchery.
Have you been to other restaurants? Because I have not.
Well,
my favorite right now.
what was the one that came in here? Tilted Kilt.
Oh,
That's down in Petersburg.
They got a couple of
I
them
haven't
around,
been there.
but I was just getting ready to say, like, the Hooters here, suburban Hooters, is different than a downtown, like,
But I love
as the
Hooters.
quote, the
I
talent.
love Hooters.
You
Like
can
I
see it
I will
different.
go to Hooters. I will never go to Hoots. I'll always go to Hooters.
Yeah.
I buy into what Hooters is versus what Hoots is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, Tilted Kilt, every Tilted Kilt I've ever been in, it's like the number one side they have is hepatitis. It's the vibe. Is the vibe.
They're
you
like
get.
that's like the schoolgirl one, right? Like the plaid skirts
Yeah.
and knee highs and
they
stuff.
tend to be pretty convenient to military bases.
They always are.
Just FYI.
Like how Cracker Barrel's always right off the interstate.
Yes. But you know who does it right? Twin Peaks.
Oh.
I've never been to one of those. I haven't been to Tilted Kilt.
So Twin Peaks, the girls wear like plaid skirts, flannel shirts kind of tied up. It's not overly sexy, but it still has kind of the vibe, you know?
I mean, it's in the name.
But the food
Is
is
good.
phenomenal to the point that you go in there and it is every kind of, families and like women and men, like everybody's like, yeah, this is great. Yeah, there's Twin Peaks.
Oh,
for you.
okay.
That's
Daisy
more-
Dukes.
Yeah, it is basically a Daisy Dukes look.
Yeah.
And the food is over the top good. Like everything I've ever had at Twin Peaks.
Is there one
is
around
phenomenal.
here?
No, I just, when I was traveling for work a lot, I would stay.
I'm asking for a friend.
Well, I would stay in hotels for a friend near Twin Peaks.
Yeah.
Just to
And you would let him know?
Yeah.
Like, hey, just so you know, when
I'm
you're
here.
traveling,
Yeah.
Just for our
I'll check it out for you.
for our listeners, anybody in the radius, the closest one to Richmond is going to be Winston-Salem.
So
Greensboro.
not close.
Yeah. The one in Buckhead
or
Atlanta
near
is
Morehead
fantastic.
City.
But the food is actually like really good to the point that I almost would drag the family in there.
Oh, damn.
Because it's that good. Like my wife is like low carb, doesn't like.
But it's not too sexy for the girls?
It is, but the food is that good that I might be
Yeah, but your
willing to
kids are-
concede.
It sounds like you're not taking them to Hooters, not because the food
You're
sucks,
right.
but
There's a
you're-
contradiction here.
Yeah.
I'm following you.
Okay.
And you're not wrong.
Okay.
Like I'm wrong. I get that. But
No, I mean, I'm not judging because you can take your girls there to any of them if you want.
yeah.
I mean,
I probably wouldn't. You know what? I probably wouldn't take the girls, but my wife would never go to Hooters because she doesn't like the food. It's all fried crap.
well, I've made jokes to my wife passing Hooters like, "Oh, you want to go?" She's like, "I'll go," and I'm like,
Yeah.
"I'm not taking you there.
You're
It's
not gonna
weird, and the food's not like I'm with you. Like the food's just not that
Yeah,
good.
I
Like
can't
yeah.
justify why I'm dragging you
Yeah.
in here.
Yeah.
I could drag my wife in a Twin Peaks, and she'd be like,
'Cause
"This is excellent food."
I don't
Yeah.
think you're going to get char-grilled salmon, shrimp combos.
That's
pot
it.
roast.
I assume
Yeah.
you're looking down the Twin Peaks menu.
right.
Yeah, it's really.
Chicken tacos, lots of they got a lot of pulled pork.
They have charcuterie boards at Twin Peaks.
that's fancy.
Smoked
I can't even
Cubano.
say or spell that word.
I can't believe it came out of my mouth, but it did. Maybe this Bruce's beer is.
That's a
better than I
great
thought.
thing to have because women love that shit.
Yeah, no, it's
Like that's like the women's like wheelhouse. Like
they got something there they call $1 million bacon, and it's like the best bacon you've
No,
ever
it's
had.
billionaires bacon.
Billionaires bacon. Oh, I'm
you were
sorry.
way off,
You're-
dude.
You're a couple zeros.
I never would have figured that out.
Yeah, you would have gone there. No, I don't want the
Yeah.
billionaires bacon. My friend said the $1 million.
$1 million bacon. Give it to me. Secret menu. I know.
I know.
Give it
You
to me.
have it. Yeah,
That's
No,
it. I'll flip a table and I'll walk out.
It's like a thick cut bacon. It's got like a maple on it. It's
Nice.
phenomenal, and you can just get that as a
Nice.
side,
yeah.
which I dig. Sometimes I just want a bunch of bacon.
Well, if I'm ever lucky enough to be in the vicinity of one, I will definitely check it out.
Check it out. It's worth it. But
Yeah.
Hoots is going to fail.
For
Why would I go to a counter service restaurant to get the worst wings in the game?
They're
Oh,
they're
because
they're getting outdone.
Served to me by Bob.
They're getting done. They're getting outdone by these other places.
They are, and
for
they're
sure.
trying to reinvent
They're
themselves
probably
as a
trying to
Chipotle.
transition because there's a cancel culture.
No, it's because they weren't. Honestly, what they realized is they were pushing the envelope like way back. Other people are pushing the envelope better and have better food. So now they're just trying to say, no, our food is good. We're not going to push the envelope anymore.
I mean, I remember going to Hooters like 20 years ago, and you go and like the waitress flirted with you. You know, like they did a whole
Yeah,
South
welcome to
Park on it.
Raisins.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh yeah.
I mean, it literally,
She really likes me.
I mean, and that was. Am I wrong? That's how it was.
Yeah.
Like
100%.
My name's Daisy. I'll be help.
They
taking
would come
care of
over
you.
and sit down.
Oh
at
yeah, they
your-
would sit with you and
Yeah.
talk to you. And now it's like you go and they're like mad that they have to get you a beer. You're like, isn't that the whole point of this
The best
transaction?
thing about Hooters is that your beer never runs dry.
Yes.
They always come over.
Well, they
and
used
keep-
to. I don't know if they still do.
Yeah, they come over and they
they
if
top
you
you
order
off.
if you order
Yeah.
pitchers, they come over and they constantly. So you never know how many beers you had. So
Yeah.
you can honestly
Yep.
you can honestly go home and go, how many beers do you have? And you go,
one.
I think I had one.
Yeah.
So that reminded me
It
real
was
quick.
7 pitchers, but it was one beer.
It's a great way to market. Like, it makes you go
Yeah.
through pictures way faster.
Yeah, because when the pitcher's empty, even though everyone has a full pint glass,
Yeah.
you're like, oh yeah, we do need another round. Whereas if everyone had a quarter of it left and there was half a pitcher,
Well, and most people wait till they're done till they fill it back up,
And
they're
Not at
like,
Hooters.
but Hooters is increasing their profit margins too because what did every pitcher have in it before they put the
Bag
bag
of
of
ice.
ice? You're
Yep.
not getting a pitcher of beer. You're getting like 3 beers.
the place is brilliant.
Me and my fraternity brothers back in the day, like we for some reason it just kind of it started off small and then grew, and it would be like we meet up at Hooters on West Broad on like a random weeknight,
Yeah.
and everybody just throw in $20, and you just basically ate and drank your face off. Like it was just
I had a good friend of mine from high school that she got it when we were in college, and then after college she was working at the one on West Broad Street for a while. And I tell you what, when you're a guy and you walk in, and one of the waitresses at that point in time knew you, like, hey, you're like every other guy's like jealous. How the
It's a
hell does
big
Yeah.
feeling.
how does he know that guy? How does he know that chick?
Yeah, like I'm pretty
But
awesome.
to Troy's point about the waitress not being happy to be there, reminded me of an experience I had yesterday at Starbucks. I walked into the Starbucks to pick up, I placed a to-go order for 4 coffees. I get there, I'm waiting for it. The girl sends out 1 coffee at the pickup and says, Stewart.
Yeah.
And I just walked up there and I said, thank you, ma'am. I have 4 drinks. And she looked at me and goes, I know. They come out at 1 at a time. And I was
Wow.
like, whoa. I
Service
was like,
listen
thank you
action.
very much.
Thank you.
I was just,
is that how
I-
ordering food
and I said, ma'am,
to go food works?
I was like, ma'am, I was going to ask you for a carrying case because I have 4 drinks.
Ah, nice.
And
I
she's like-
know.
nice
she's like,
move.
I was like, good grief.
She's a
Somebody's-
barista.
yeah,
She's a
somebody's
trained professional. You need
pent
to
up.
treat her as such.
She's not.
Highly trained.
I was like, if that's the kind of way you talk to everybody, this is not going to last very long for you.
I try not to judge, but I do get pissed with that stuff. I try to think, like, maybe they're having a bad day, blah, blah, blah. But I'm still like, I didn't bring this in here. Like, why you got to treat me like that? Like, bad taste.
Because you're a jerk.
Yeah.
Stu's a dick.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. You don't
I'm
have a
furious now.
Like,
Furious at y'all.
what? You don't have a magic machine that makes 4 coffees at the same time?
Yep.
How about call my
ever.
name when you have all 4? Otherwise, I'll hang back in the cut. Like,
well, that was the mistake. She called him over when she only
Stu,
had
your
one
order's
drink.
ready. 1 drink. I ordered 4. Yes, we make them one at a time. Well, then wait till all 4 of them are up.
Yeah, that's a little whack.
Is that how it works when you go to any other place with counter service? Here's your fries, sir. Come back in 2 minutes. We'll have your burger. Here's your burger. Come back in 3 minutes. We'll have your chicken nuggets.
I'm at Hooters. They bring me 1 wing at a time.
Yeah. You think we can make more of these at once? You're insane, dude.
We make them one at a time.
What do you think? You're at Hoots?
Welcome to Hoots. We make wings one at a time. They're
What's
the
taking
best.
so long? Well, we got to beat the chickens with a bat.
Oh, God.
Yes.
Tie it up.
Stu's
Put
the
a bow
bad
on
guy.
it.
And on that note, we're out.
Yep.
Thank you guys so much for tuning in this week and really every week. We appreciate you tuning in. And if you haven't had a chance to rate or review, well, Troy's angry.
Yeah.
Yes, I very much am.
If you haven't had a chance to send us ridiculous amounts of money for Stu's faults, you can still do so at
At Venmo at Inside the Pout House.
and you can always find us on Instagram or Twitter
Yep.
at ITPH Podcast, or you can always find us on the Facebook page. We'd love to hear from you. And don't forget, we do have a Gmail account because we're old. You can always find us at InsideThePalletHouse@gmail.com. We'd love to hear from you, what you've got going on, what topics you want us to talk about. We'd be glad to break them down and really get to the
Tear them apart.
Yeah, get down to it.
Yeah.
You know? Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Oh, if you haven't had a chance to head over to Nectar Sunglasses, you can drop Bowflex, which is, that's the first time.
Sounds good.
It's the first
Doesn't
time I've
it?
done it. Oh,
Sounds
God.
so good.
They had a 42% off sale last week. It might still be going on. I don't know.
It ended today.
Did it?
So when this comes out, unfortunately you won't be able to. But you can still get 20% off by dropping Bowflex in
Yep.
there. Hopefully we'll be hearing from Sean soon, but those new premium sunglasses look real nice.
They look premium.
I'd like to get my hands on some of those. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. We'll talk to you next week. Cheers.
Cheers.
Peace out.
That was a pretty good podcast, don't you think?